Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today we are working in this hinged page journal. We have done a lot and we've got a little bit more to go, and then we will finish it up and lace it up and, you know, all the usuals. Okay, today what I'm doing is a policy closure pocket is probably what we'll call it. This is going to be matted onto here, and this is going to be onto here, and this is going to be up here, and that's going to be matted on straighter than that. And then we're going to use some ribbon, some narrow ribbon. It's probably, I don't know that it's a 1/4 inch. It's a little bit less than that. It's just a very narrow ribbon. We're going to use some brads to attach our policy closures. That. And then we're going to use 2 different sizes of hole punches. If you don't have hole punches, don't worry about it. Get you something round, one a little bit bigger than the other, and draw a circle around it and cut that out. I used to do that all the time years and ages ago. Yeah. And then I found these and I thought, oh, that's cool. I'll just make my life simpler. So, you know, I do that. If I'm going to do a bunch of them, I do them on the Cricut. So there's that. What in the world? Okay. Now, let's just get into it and we'll get it done, right? Okay. First off, I want to get this matted onto here and then put it down as one piece, right? Because, yeah, that makes more sense to me. Excuse my reach. I have to get over here and get this. I'm going to get the book out of the way for a minute because, yeah, I just need to get this onto there. As straight as possible. Now look, when you're doing something, it's nice if it's just perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Just pretty, okay? And if you muff it up, do what I do. Yeah, put some lace on there. Nobody will ever know. Just put some lace on and put a few embellishments here and there. Yeah, it works. Believe me. I don't know. I think in crafting, no matter what kind of crafting it is, okay, you can fix it. There's lots of ways to fix it. Okay, now this is the top of my pocket, so I'm going to try to get it straight with as much border on one side as there is on another, right? And top, bottom, same way. Okay, like that. Yep. Now, you can put lace around this once it's finished. I don't think I would put it underneath. That would just get in the way. I mean, sometimes it's good underneath, but on this one, I think I'll probably lace it up on the outside, just because I think that'll work fine. Okay, so we're going to get this down. It's just a little, you know, interesting pocket. We'll have lots of fun stuff to put in there, I'm sure, over time. You don't have to fill up every pocket and everything that you do. I know a lot of times we want to say, oh, there's a pocket, let me put something in it. But you know what? If it's going to someone, they can do that. And if it's yours, you can fill it over time with things that become important at different times, right? Okay, so let's get the book back in here and get this in here. Bottom first, because that's just how I roll. I mean, you can put either side any which way you want. I just like to do the bottom first because I can keep straighter that way. I mean, you know, you don't have to do it that way. I'm folding my tape back over because it's a little bit in there, out there, over there, somewhere, you know. So I'm going to do the bottom, and It's going to be awesome in here. I think these pockets can hold a lot, and if you gusset them, they hold a whole lot. And they just give you a lot of room. They give you room. They give you the opportunity to add a lot to your journal. Okay. All right, let's get this side first. Next. Is that a thing? I don't know if it is or not, but this side will be easier to put down with that other side not put down. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Okay, so we're just going to put this one down. We'll have a good wide gusset on this. Lots of memorabilia can go into a journal like this. Lots of loose pictures, or I don't know, little things that we pick up when we go somewhere, right? Not stealing, just I'm just meaning that oh, my mind goes to places, you know. I'm just meaning that things that we pick up, little keepsakes or whatever. You could even put a keychain or something down in that. I mean, it's got room, right? If you wanted to. It would be fine. Yeah. So, let's get this side in there. On there. Under there. I had to check and see if I was in shot. Sometimes I forget to do that, and then I think, oh, I should be checking more often. Well, you know, things happen. Hopefully I stay in shot most of the time. I hope. Okay, let me get that out from in under there, because it's in the way, making things lumpy bumpy. Okay, I'm going to give this a roll. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. You're going to put embellishments and lace and all that kind of stuff on here, right? Now we've got a really good sized pocket in there. And I'm going to go ahead, like before, I'm going to put this on here before I put it into the thing. I should have probably done that before I done that. That's what you get when you try to hurry, right? Okay. This is what I intended to do with these doohickeys. See if I've got my stuff over here I was going to do that with. Or is it over here? Okay, I'm looking for stuff now. Just talk amongst yourselves and things. We'll be fine in a minute. Okay, let's see. I want to get some scraps. That's a good piece of scrap there. And I want to get some scraps that are, you know, the size of things that I want them to be. That might work. We'll see if that'll work. Okay. Alright, now what I needed to do, and this is going to be funny if I just muff it up, you'll never see it. Okay. So, I need because I didn't do that beforehand, so hold on a second. And I'm back. Okay, so what I needed was this. I'm going to put this on here to overlap, so I need to kind of gauge. Let me put this one on first, and then we'll gauge, okay? So I need the big ones to be this color, right? And I'll need 2 of those, because I did intend to do a policy closure, right? Okay, so now I want to do the smaller ones in this color, more or less. And yeah, so let me get that out of the way. That seems to be working. So I'm going to do somewhere in the middle. Get my ruler. somewhere in the middle would be, let's see, 4 3/4, and that's going to be 2 and right there. Okay. Yeah, we need elevator music, but I'm working it out. I want it to be sort of, I want enough room for this to be on there without going down here. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I want it to be right there. Right there. Yeah, right somewhere in the middle is what I'm going for. Yeah, right there. Okay, so I'm going to hold that still, and I'm going to take my awl, and right there in the middle of it somewhere, I'm going to poke a hole. Yeah, I don't need a big hole. I just need a hole. And this one needs a hole. I just didn't want to hold everything all at one time, right? Because that gets to be complicated when you're trying to hold several things at one time. I want it in the middle. In the middle, hopefully. Somewhere near the middle. Okay, now. In the middle, in the middle. Line it up. Yep. Now where's that brad at? It's going to go through like so. Okay, now what we want to do is get, oh, we can do that after the fact, I think. Yeah, we'll do that after the fact. After the fact stuff happening. Okay, now let me get this, don't lose that. All right, get this out of the way. And I'm going to get these off. Sure I am. Get my tape backings off. And then I'll press that, the legs of that down. The reason I wanted to do this before is because I wanted the legs underneath. Right? So that they don't monkey anything up. Yeah. Yeah. Then you've got that like so. Okay. So let's put this on here somewhere near. Oh, put your glue on first, you silly. Look, if you don't put glue on double stick tape, it really sticks down super fast, and it can give you anxiety. I'm just saying, can me. I'm trying to decrease my stress. Gosh. Okay, so let's get this on there so that I have just a little bit of wiggle room, just a little bit. So I want to sort of make sure I get it right with the same amount, more or less, on everything. And I don't care if it's a little off. I just don't care right now. Okay, so I think that'll be fine. Let me give it a little roll, like so and like so. All right, now we'll put our ribbon up and under there after we get it on there. Yep. Okay, now that's what I want to do. That's what I wanted to do to this before I put it in here. But guess what? I didn't do that. Now I'm going to give myself enough room here to where this will overlap, just a little bit of overlap. All right? Where's my pencil? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to take this down just a bit so I know that I need to cover that. Okay, so that I have that. I think that'll help me. It's good to have helps, you know. All right, so I need, I can't go too far down because I won't be able to reach it good. I need that brad and its stuff to be down here. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Yep, like so. I'm only holding two now, right? I should be able to do it, I think. Okay, where did the other brad go? It's running around on my desk somewhere. Okay. These are those little Tim Holtz brads, you know. Okay, I need this to go, yeah, about there, because I can't put it too far down, right? Let me see. I want it to be kind of straight with that one, more or less. Okay. I'm trying to eyeball it and remember where my eyeballed it at. Okay. Right here. More or less. Don't move. Don't move. Okay? And don't poke myself. Boy, I tell you what, these awls are really sharp and they will poke you. Don't ask me how I know that. There were bandages involved. Okay? So, just saying. Okay, now I'm going to open the legs up. The prongs in there. Squash that down some, and I want one of these because I'm going to glue it up in there. I am. This is what I should have, you know, should have done, should have, could have, would have, if I'd have, you know, if I'd have, whatever. Anyways, so I'm going to take some glue and put this up and under there so that when you put things in there, the prongs on the brad won't catch on anything, right? Okay. I'm going to hold it a minute. So, you know, elevator music. Sorry. But yeah, it's a thing. It is. So, yep, that's caught now. That's good. Now we're back to where we should have been long ago and far away and, you know. Okay, now we're going to get this on there. Fold that over, fold that over. Yep, yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep. As I was saying, there's always a fix for something, right? If you muff it up, just fix it. It's okay. All right, now let me turn this around. Try not to get my head in the camera and all that kind of stuff, because I want this to be right there, right there-ish, right there. Okay, now we got it. Now we got it. Okay, open it up. Make sure your glue doesn't glue anything down that you don't want it to. Now we've got that in. We're going to do our ribbon. This is actually kind of the fun part, really, because you've got this that you just want to slide up in under there, if at all possible, you know. I mean, really. Okay. Yep. And it's okay to go around it a little bit. This paper's not that thick. I don't know why it's trying to be, you know, complicated or whatever. But let's get a knot on it. You know. And when you're doing things with ribbon, do remember that your ends need to be singed with your a little bit of fire. Okay. Yeah, you just need to, because if you don't, it could give you problems. Now we can go under this one, we can go under that one, whichever one. Let's go into the big one, because I want to make sure I'm giving myself plenty of, you know, ribbon, scissors, excuse me, plenty of ribbon. I don't want a lot of ribbon, but plenty of ribbon to do what I need to do, right? Now, we've got that. How cute is that? Now, of course, it's going to get laced up, but we've got that, and we've got this, and it will go right under there, and it's got a policy closure on it. Cool or what? Yep. Okay, moving on now. moving on. Next page. Hopefully, I won't muff this one up too bad. I hope. Okay, now, this is going to be a gusseted card fold pocket. Okay, hopefully. Hopefully. All right, move it out of the way. We're going to put this on here. Going to be pretty. And again, this is going to be laced on top, but it needs to be in first so that I could give you some measurements. I'm just making them to fit. 4.5. Whatever you want it to be. On these kind of things, by 5. And then everything else is smaller than that. You leave yourself a border, do that kind of thing, right? Just like we did with the other element up on the other stuff. Okay, we're gonna get this one, hopefully. Yep, one way or the other, we will get it. All right, now glue. I hope you guys are having fun with this. I mean, you know, doing these paper packs, it is fun. It can be a little constraining because you've only got what you got. I used to, before I started designing my own papers and such, I used to think, oh, that's a son of a gun. I wish I had that for another place too, or whatever, you know. And then you end up buying another paper pack to do what you wanted to do with, and then you got extras left over. Anyways, it's a thing. It is. So, I like designing my own, but as I said before, this is a stopgap measure. I wanted to do something, and I didn't have things finished yet. And, you know, COVID and all that stuff. Anyways, we're going to leave all that stuff behind. We will. I see a better day ahead for us all. Okay. Give that a roll. That's going to be so pretty. And when I lace it up and get all that, you know, pretty stuff on it, ooh, it's just going to enhance everything. Okay. Now this is going to be the, goes this way, you silly, because I want it to open up. It's going to sit on there, and it will, as it hinges, it will open this way, and it will open this way, right? It's just a piece of paper. The background that I've been using, okay, this is upside down. This is 6.5, scored 1/2 inch, and take your angles off, by 4 3/4. And all the papers that I'm matting in here are just 1/8 to 1/4 inch. Just give yourself a little border. Now these are from freebies on any mini journal that I've done. You can get these freebies. Let me erase that pencil mark before I, you know, put it in there. Okay, so putting this on here, and it's going to give it just enough to peep out and just sit there, and it's going to be so pretty. You'll see. I got plans. Okay, we got that matted. Let's get this matted, and we will be putting it in there. I just think these are really pretty. I like the card fold. It's always interactive and fun to do. And you can make it go either way. Fold out this way, fold out that way. It's fine, either way. It's all good. I just wanted this one to be that way because the page that it's going on, I thought it would look better folding out than in. If that makes sense. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. Okay, this is the very front that people will see when they open up, you know, to this page. So we're going to put this on here carefully, as centered as possible. Once again, not putting my head in the camera. That is so hard. Not to get my head in the camera. Okay, now, there you go. We've already got a couple of those on. I just wanted to show that it's just those ones from my little mini kits that I did, the freebie mini kits. It's a little, you know, you can get those for free and just download and use them as you wish. So, there we are. You fold that over. And this gives a little writing space. Somebody can put a picture at the top or bottom. and write about the picture or whatever. I mean, you know, whatever. Just write about something. It doesn't have to have a picture, but I think pictures are pretty in a journal. You know, I do. I think that. So there you go. Let's get this one in here. And I want that to lay down flat, please. And see if I can get my border edges right. Like so. Okay. Now we are ready to put that on there. I did not put tape here, so let me get some. If I can reach some. We're going to use this one because I can reach it. I'm still reorganizing, guys. I am. It's going to be a thing one of these days. I'm going to have everything arranged the way I want it, and it'll be fine. Or I'll rearrange it again, one or the other. You know, something like that. Okay? So, let's get this in there. On there and in there. Yep. Okay. This will hinge out, and it's going to be awesomely awesome. I wanted to put this in before I put that other piece on it. Okay? So, this way we don't lose much of our image. I like to keep the images, right? As much as possible. Sometimes you have to sacrifice one to use another, especially in this kind of thing, right? Okay. You just want that hinge on there. And there you are. Make sure none of your glue squidged out. Now this is our little piece that's going to go on. It can go on here to open out. It can go on here to open out. I think I'm going to put it over here. But I wanted to make sure I had this on there first before I did this putting on, right? Okay, so I'm going to do that like I do with the birthday cards, you know. I'm going to just turn it over. And, yeah, that moved. Okay, we'll turn it over and do it this way then. Okay, because I want it to be there, right? So, careful. Use my pencil and go right up in under there. And that's where I want it to be. That's where I want it to be. Okay? Let's use this one. I think this will work. Yep. Hopefully. Because I think it's a little bit too narrow for the 1 inch. So we'll use the 1/2 inch. And see if we can use that other one, the 1/4 inch. Right there. Hopefully I taped the right side, because if I didn't, I'm going with it. Right? It's like, shh, don't say, you know. Okay, now let's get this on there and put this in. I'm excited for this journal to get done and see the finished product. It's always kind of nice, even though it's kind of every one of them is a little bittersweet, because you want them finished. Yes, that's what you start them for, to finish them. But when they're done, I don't know, you're not working on that project anymore. That's why you always got to have something else in the wings, right? Okay, now we're going to put it on this way. I want it to be over that for sure. So let's see if I can nudge it just a little like so. And there we are. Okay, now this is going to fold out that way, and it'll fold out that way. Awesome. Okay, and it's a pocket. Did I say that before? I don't know. So, yeah, it's a pocket. So, let's do that. Again, bottoms first, because that's the way I like to do it. Yeah, I just want to fold this tape back over, because I don't want it out there in the way, right? Okay. Now, if this gets bothersome in the journal, you can always put some Velcro or something to keep it closed. I find that these really do stay down pretty good, though. The card fold, the flip out, I do. I find that they stay closed pretty good. Need some space here. Okay, now we're going to put this in like so. Not all the way to the bottom, but sort of somewhere to the bottom and centered on the page, yeah? Okay. This is what we're doing. Okay. And if there's any extra glue or even tape, just, you know, rub it a little bit and it's going to be not sticky anymore. It'll actually kind of peel off. Yep, like that. If you find some that's really, really complicated, you can put a little bit of, I don't know, baking soda or talcum powder or something like that. If you need to unstick something. If it's sticky where you don't want it to be sticky, that works. If needs be, you know. Okay. Alright, we're going for it, dude. This is going down. Yeah, I want to get this one finished and see it, you know? It's one of those things where I just want to see it finished. Okay, there we are. We've got our front pages now with these elements in. We've got our front pages done, except for I gotta lace some stuff up. But I'm gonna go back and put some angled pockets on the backs of each one of them, and I still have my notebooks to make. Let's see what else. And then just embellishing it, putting pretty stuff on the front, you know, doing the front cover and all that stuff. Yep, there's that. There's a lot of birdhouses in this kit. I'm kind of thinking maybe some kind of, you know, birdhouse or something for the front. I don't know. I got to think about it. A lot of birdhouses. It's very, very cool. I like the vintagey birdhouse garden kind of, you know. Is that cool or what? Okay, now we've got this one in. We've got this one in that we just did our policy closure on. There you go. Nothing in our pockets, but that's okay. That's fine. We will, you know, we will fill as needed, right? So, I think this, like I said, angled pockets on the back, whatever papers you have left if you're doing this along with me. And then I'm going to start doing, now as I do the angled pockets on the back, I will gusset them. And that way they have more room. And also put lace, because the lace, number one, it is pretty, but number two, it strengthens that edge, okay? It strengthens when you put something like that in. So, there's that, okay? So, all of these are going to have that angle, because I'm going to keep it simple, pretty, elegant, and, you know, just that way. Okay, so that's our craft along for today. This is awesome. This is awesome too. Both ways. Okay, I hope you guys are having fun with this. This has been such a wonderful journal to make. I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to making loads more. I mean, you know, it's a thing. But next time, I'm going to use my own digitals. That way, I can use whatever I want to use wherever I want to use. I'm just funny that way. Okay, so this one today and this one today, and I'm going to come back and we'll do notebooks. And then I'll probably just finish it up, lacing everything up and doing a pretty something here, and do a flip through, a ta-da, you know. So we're getting close to finishing it. It's been awesome, been wonderful. Gonna do little notebooks now, and after I get my back pockets on. Okay. Okay, you guys take care. Please like and subscribe, pretty please. Thanks for watching. TTFN.